Here we are. Okay. You want to go someplace wild? I mentioned Mykonos. We're talking Europe. The best destinations overall. Not the best beach, the best overall destinations for all of you under 40. And where is that? I can't see. Bring you a little closer. I got my... Nothing like an orchid. You want something beautiful? Give it to your girl. They don't really smell, but they look great. Forget that. We'll move this a little bit more forward here. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Anyway, it's PK here. Out of the box. We're going to talk about number 2, the second best destination in Europe, which is Ibiza, Spain. For all of you under 40, which is most of you, you want really something wild after Mykonos. It's something that's just, what can I say about this Ibiza? Similar to Greece in Mykonos, they have the DJs on the beach. Of course, the beaches are nicer in Mykonos, but Ibiza really has been an incredible wild destination since my generation, since the 70s. I've always wanted to go. We always grew up at Maui, places Maui in Hawaii, in Ibiza in Europe. These are the two places to go to in the 1970s that really had that real wild, free vibe. And then Mykonos came in a little bit later. So bottom line is, I lived in Europe 12 years, so I did extensive traveling because I lived in Eastern Europe. in Bulgaria, spent a lot of time in Italy, of course Greece, Spain, Germany. I really know, I've been to the UK a number of times, which I think you know. I can't stand, forget the UK. Let's talk about Ibiza. What makes Ibiza unique? It has this, it's like the center of electronic trance music. Those people who used to, I think it's the location where people would take ecstasy and dance all night. These are rave parties. I believe this all started there. Look, I went three years ago in the summer. I went to Spain. Because every summer since I've been here. Remember, I moved here in Florida. This is my sixth year here from moving from Europe. Semi-retired. Of course, still focusing on the trading, which you know from the other videos. But Ibiza is really a great place. I went for a couple of weeks. There's something about the nightclub. If you're into the nightlife, I would say the nightlife is better there than it is in Greece, in Mykonos. So, and if you like that type of music, if you're a rave person, like to dance all night and be up all night for 8 hours, everything is open. It's still out of control. Spain it has good food too. If you like steak, they have good. They really actually have a very good steak there. I'm a big meat eater, so they have the resorts. They're not so great. It's not something. Look, you can't compare the level, the international level of Mykonos to Ibiza. Ibiza really is for the young people like yourself. I had to be the oldest person there. I'm telling you, it's not a place to take families. So, if you really want to have a great time when this whole crazy pandemic ends, if it ever will end, the two best spots to go to, of course, Mykonos number 1 and Ibiza, Spain. They both are wild. We know there's lots of other places you can sightsee and see, but if you really want that wild scene for a young person, see, I never got to go to these places. This is why I'm telling you. to go there when you're young, in your 20s, 30s. Save some money, forget everything else. Barcelona, all these other cities, even Greece too. But these are for older people, if you're unless you're a history buff. But if you're a young person, listen, I would have died to go to Ibiza in my 20s or early 30s. Same with Mykonos. So overall, if you're that type of person, wild, out of the box, like PK, and you really, I would go to Ibiza. You're gonna love it. Just don't expect. Doesn't have, as I said, doesn't have these 5-star hotels, and it's cheaper. So you can save your money in the lodging. Yeah, they have places on the beach, but they're not so great. You can't. It's not even the same level as the Mykonos, but it's a real wild destination. And believe me, if you're into that, into electronic music, rave, techno, the European, this were all, again, the real young European, hip, cool crowd. This is where they all go in the summer. Oh, by the way, of course, only go in the summer. Skip everything else. If you had to choose 2 places in Europe, Mykonos and Ibiza. But Ibiza is much cheaper, and I strongly recommend it. I wish I could have gone when I was younger. Believe me, just one of those things. I finally got to go at the age of 57. I still had a great time. Really, but that's me. I'm not. Look how I look. So, so bottom line is, you have the chance. Go to Ibiza. This is PK, another episode of Out of the Box. And don't forget, spend your life living out of the box. Don't just think it. Don't read about it. Don't pretend. Take action and do something. The life is now. Ciao, everybody.